Hi team, welcome back to the Mosaic. This is the place where we piece together life and business, one intentional piece at a time, to create something beautiful, meaningful, and real. I am your host, Arzu, and today we are going into some tough territory. And that is, I'd like to talk about the shifting economies. Currently, if you are not living in the US, you may not heard about this, but we are going through some government shutdowns. There are some budget challenges. We have layoffs and furloughs happening. So if you're impacted and affected by this, or you know someone who is, this episode might be for you. And if you're still working and feeling the pressure of what is called the survivor guilt syndrome, right? This is also for you. So because, even in difficult times, I do believe that you can protect yourself. You can grow from it and you can come out stronger. Okay, so yes, there are real budget challenges happening globally. Even if it is happening in one country, the government agencies, private companies, the sectors facing layoffs or furloughs that may or may not be happening in your sector, there are economic ripple effects that hit us all, right? It may be directly or it may be indirectly. So please hang on, continue listening to this episode. So for those of you who've been laid off, and if you've been laid off, or furloughed, by the way, if there is a slight difference, okay, so if someone is laid off, that means that their employment with their company ended. And the difference with a furlough is that you are no longer, it's almost an unpaid leave, and that there is a chance, although it might be small, there's a chance that the company might call you back if the funding levels improve. So there is that slight difference if you were wondering about the difference. So if you've been laid off or furloughed, not important. I'm not minimizing the pain, okay? The difference isn't important, is what I mean. Because even if you're laid off or furloughed, doesn't matter. There is a real impact. The feelings of rejection, the feelings of uncertainty, the fear, they are all valid, right? And it is not even about losing a job. They carry real feelings like emotions, and it comes with a financial cost, right? So, but what I was thinking when I was creating this episode is that there are some things that you can ask yourself in a situation of losing a job, right? And what would be some of the questions? So the first thing that came to my mind was that what are some of the essentials that I must protect at this difficult time in my life? And I hope that when you're thinking about this question, you're thinking about your health, right? Please protect your health. That is the most important essential that you must protect. Please protect your relationships. The feelings of rejection, and even though they are real, please don't let that soak into your relationships. Protect those relationships and make them still in a good space, okay? And start reevaluating and protecting your essential base income. What can you do at this time that you can reduce to the main things that cut down on those non-essential things that you may be paying for, right? So this is a real question that I really want you to sit down and have a list of the essentials that you must protect. And then the second question that is really coming to me is, what are some of the skills and resources do I have that are still valuable? Make that list. And even though you are furloughed and you don't have a termination with your job, even at a furlough situation, I think your company should be providing you resources so that you can improve your skill set, you can improve your resume, they might be providing you resources to seek for other job opportunities. So look into those, right? How can you improve those? What are the things that the skill sets that are still valuable? Make that list. And then the next question is really kind of comes in hand with the previous question, but how can I use this moment as a reset and not just a setback, right? And then start shifting your mindset and what is your why? Dig deeper, right? What is the deeper reason that you must move forward despite what's happening to you at this time? Right? So quietly build your skill sets. Well, if you're furloughed or layoff, don't quietly be doing that. Maybe you can start posting on LinkedIn profile or some other social network that you can start saying, this is the skill set that you have. Start reaching out your network. What are some of the alternatives in case things shift again? Start preparing. And then some of the actions that if you're in this situation, start updating your resume, your portfolio, connect with your network. Set aside some time daily for learning and some for side projects. Protect for your mental state, your emotional health, because that's really foundational and essential. And define some small wins this week. Don't wait for the big ones. Now, on the flip side, and I've been talking to my team about this, if you're still working while others are being let go, you might be feeling either relief and guilt at the same time. And that's also a real feeling. So this is known as the survivor guilt or survivor syndrome, right? In the workplace. Feelings of, why was it me, right? And then what if next time it is me? And you might be even asking, why? I didn't do anything special. These feelings are all real and they all show up for everyone involved. Right? But this is the time to really start doubling down, acknowledging the guilt or the discomfort. And I don't want you to silently feel this, start talking about it to people that you can trust. And ask yourself whether you're laid off or not. This is the time to step up. How can I support others? I told my team the other day, check around you. Who is in their office? Stop by and ask the question, how are you feeling really? And just stop and listen. That's your way of stepping up maybe. And protect your career, protect your path. And then make time, build some time into your day for reflection. Your job may still be secure, but your growth and alignment matter. Take that time. Don't fall into that, I'm just surviving right now mode. Decide that you're going to thrive despite everything is happening around you. Even though there are things that are uncertain. Because economic storms don't mean that you're going to stall. They might mean that you're going to adopt. In fact, if you look at it, some of the greatest breakthroughs happen during these times. Budget crisis, employee stresses, there might be tight controls. It increases stress and role confusion, right? There are the negative impacts. But then if you can find in you that just dig deep, find the leader in you so that you can clarify, you provide clarity for your career, you will bring the stability that you need. So, my friends, whether you're facing with a layoff or you're just staying the course, I want you to treat this time as a pivot point and ask yourself, like, what part of me remains unchanged, even though there are so many changes that are happening around me? What are my values? What is my why? What is my commitment? What part of me has to adopt? What are my skill sets and how they need to change? What's my role and how my role adapts to these times? How am I spending my hours? How can I keep the momentum of growth, even if the framework around it is changing? Please ask these questions. Take the time you need to reflect, okay? So let me go through and say the affirmations for this episode. And I want you to say these out loud in your mind, in your heart, and really let them ground you, okay? Here you go, my friends. I protect my value and my voice no matter the economy. My worth is not defined by my job title or my paycheck. I trust my capacity to adapt, to grow, and to thrive. I hold strong for myself and others in times of change. I use disruption as a launching pad, not a stop sign. I honor what I lost, and I create what I am becoming. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here today. If you're navigating loss, uncertainty, or just watching the shifting world and wondering where you stand, I want you to know this, okay? You're not stopped. You are recalibrating, you're shifting, you are steering. Because you, my friends, you are more capable than you think. So if this episode resonated with you, please share it. Please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And then please follow along. Please rate this episode, comment. I love you and I believe in you. And keep your build that mosaic. One intentional, maybe broken piece at a time. Even when the budget cracks show through. Because each mosaic piece gets you to a masterpiece. Because those cracks in your mosaic lets the light in. I'm out. Until next time, take care.